Hola, ya que paso. So, we're back with another video. But wait. Pause. You already know the drill. Before you do anything else, what do you have to do? Exactly. You have to like, you have to comment, you have to subscribe, and you definitely have to share. So, once you done did all that and got that all out the way, now we're coming back. So, this video is going to be about endometriosis and what it is and my unfinished couple month journey with endometriosis. So first, I'm going to, what is endometriosis? I'm about to read what the internet says. It says, a disorder in which tissue that normally lines the uterus grows outside the uterus. With endometriosis, the tissue can be found on the ovaries, fallopian tubes, and the intestines. The most common symptoms are pain and menstrual irregularities. Irregularities? That don't sound right. Anywho, so basically, endometriosis is just tissue that is not where it's supposed to be. Okay, and just like the symptoms of endometriosis, you can have, I'm gonna read what the internet says, and then we'll talk about Airica later. It says pain in the lower abdomen, lower back, pelvis, rectum, or vagina. Pain circumstances can occur during pain can happen during intercourse or while you're trying to poop. You can have tons of pain during your periods. It can also cause infertility and also like nausea or constipation and all that stuff. Okay, so basically 2 years ago, 2017, I started having like painful periods, like, and they used to not be bad. They used to just be like, regular, like, cramping, whatever, but like, it was just so painful. And 9 days before it would start, I would be nauseous. So I would be nauseous for the 9 days before. Like, when I say 9, like clockwork, 9 days before. And then my period would be like the normal, like 5, 6, 7 days or whatever. And I will also be nauseous for the 5, 6, 7 days. So you do the math. Equals a lot of nausea, a lot of pain, a lot of cramps, and yeah, it was bad. But I was at school during this time, so at that point I wasn't eating. Like, I didn't have an appetite. I didn't want to go to the caf. I didn't want to eat. I was eating, of course, but I was not eating nearly as much as I should have, or I would have before this happened, because it was just like, I did not have appetite for like at all. So basically, I think during that time I was on Facebook and I was watching this little video that popped up of Tia Mowry, and she was basically talking about how she had endometriosis and how, the struggles that she went through and how it can cause infertility and all the other stuff. And I was just like, that sounds a little familiar, like painful. Okay. But like at the time I wasn't thinking too deep into it. I also knew that not everybody was having periods as painful as mine were, but I still wasn't like, oh, this is a problem. Because like a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, they be in so much pain. So you never know how your pain is to somebody else's pain. So I was never able to like, you know. And so then just recently, like this past year, a friend of mine went and was speaking about her journey with it on Instagram. And I was just like, dang, this sounds really familiar. Like this is really crazy. But again, wasn't thinking anything of it because I didn't understand how common it really was. Like, let me read this fact to you. It says, apparently March is Endometriosis Awareness Month. Endometriosis affects about 200 million. Get that? Million women worldwide, and about 1 out of every 10 women in the US. Do you understand? 200 million? That's a 200 million. That's a lot of people. That's like a majority. Not a lot, but that's a decent amount of the population. Like that's a lot. So like I said, I didn't notice how common it was until, you know, I kind of started thinking like, okay, wow, this is common. And so I don't want to say a pill popper, but I don't like medicine. So when people would say to, you know, take ibuprofen, take Tylenol, take Advil, I don't like relying on medicine to help me feel better. So I would just fight it out. I would just be in pain. I wouldn't be complaining like all the time, but like people would definitely know like, okay, your girl is down for the count. You got to give me a few seconds because it was bad. And so for a minute, I was taking raspberry leaf pills. And then for some reason, it just wasn't doing anything anymore for me. And it was just like I was taking it didn't work. And so that was a L. And after that, I just kept just pushing through it, fighting through it or whatever. Heating pads don't work. Like tea and stuff doesn't work. Like nothing works. Nothing works. So I'm just like in pain and just like not having an appetite for like 2 weeks out of the month, every month. Like, can you imagine that? So basically I decided to go to the doctor. It is November. I went to the doctor at the beginning of October, and I spoke with my doctor about it, and I was describing the symptoms to her, and basically she was saying that it does sound like it's endometriosis. And I was having my little, you know, women's exam or whatever. So basically she tried to see if she could go in and feel it and see, you know, if she could feel the endometriosis in there. But what she was saying was that it's very unlikely for doctors to be able to do that. So she was basically saying what was going to have to happen was she was going to put me on medication, and basically that would kind of help, I guess you can say, to see if I had it or not. The treatment plans that she gave me was to take naproxen, which is like Aleve, along with some nausea medicine, birth control, and then the last thing was to get the surgery. And basically the surgery is like going inside, the way she explained it was going inside of your stomach to use a camera or something and basically look and see if endometriosis is in there or not. So here's what happened. I already said I don't like relying on medicine. I don't like relying on medicine like at all. So I was not trying to take medicine at all, but I'm just like, for my livelihood, I don't know if I could just keep going on with this pain, you know? And so I said, okay, fine. I'll do the naproxen and the nausea medicine, and we'll see how it goes. But the thing about the naproxen is it's basically like Tylenol, and I could only take it once every 12 hours. But she didn't want me to start taking it until like 2 days, I think it was, before my period was about to come. So basically, I'm still in pain for 7 days prior. And then finally the 2 days I could start taking it. But I could start taking the nausea medicine like whenever. One, the nausea medicine did not do a thing. I promise you, did not do a thing. Two, the naproxen did not do a thing. It was basically like I took a sugar pill. It didn't do a thing. And I was sick about it. And I feel like because I said something to my doctor, my period was like, I'm going to show you, because the pain was so much worse last month. So much worse. It was sick. So I called the doctor and I was like, hey, can I just get the surgery, because I can't do this? Like, I just need to get the surgery so we can see if I have this, and then we can proceed, because this is tough. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. So she called me back and was basically like, nobody's ever said, let me get this, but I couldn't do it. And so basically she was just saying that if I was to get the surgery, they would end up putting me on the birth control anyway. Unless it was a serious case, then that's when they would like remove it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And my fear was, I have been working out hardcore for almost, this Thursday it'll be 8 months. And I've been losing so much weight. So the last thing I wanted was to be on birth control and gain weight back, because I would be pissed and we would just be rocking with the pain and riding it out until the wheels fall off, because I'm not gaining weight because of the stupid pill. Anywho, and also I know because of the hormones, like, it can cause your skin to break. My skin is finally getting back what it needs to. So there's no possible way that I'm about to let some stupid pill break this skin out. Like, I'm sorry, but no thank you. No, we can do something else.
Coronavirus!
That was so weird. Like, I really just like almost puked, and I don't know why. Anywho, yeah, back to me not wanting to take birth control. Woo! So yeah, so it was like tons of pain, tons of nausea. And the thing about when I'm nauseous, like, I don't ever throw up. I have to force myself. Oh, Jesus. You have to force myself. It won't just come up by itself, and it's annoying because that feeling is just like sitting in your stomach. Like, why would you want that to just sit there all day, you know? So basically she was like, you know, well, what do you have to lose? And I'm like, you're right, what do I have to lose? So basically, she said she's gonna put me on a low hormone pill, and we'll just see how that goes. So the first week I started taking it, I was getting like little mini headaches like every day around the same time. Like it would end up going away, but it was just like, but what is this for? Why? And it was only one day that didn't go away, and I had to like take some medicine for it because like it just would not go away after I took my nap. So that was that. Then the second week, nausea all week. I was so nauseous all week, so nauseous. Like I ended up buying a pack of ginger ale because it was bad, and it started around the same time, and it pretty much lasted like all day, the rest of the day, and it usually started around like 12 p.m. yeah. And it lasted all day, and it's just like, oh Jesus, who wants to deal with this? Not me. This is ghetto. This is so ghetto. Like, I'm not with it. But you know, the doctors are just like, that's just your body adjusting and blah, blah. But like, okay, I get it, but some gotta give. Something has to give. So, another thing my doctor also said was that if my periods do get better, that's a sign that it is the endometriosis, because the endometriosis will react to the birth control, so they will work hand in hand, and it'll make them better over time. Not like right away, but you know. And I really think that that's what it is, though, because my period's supposed to start tomorrow. Yeah, no, Tuesday. Today is Sunday. And the pain hasn't been as bad as it usually is. Like, I definitely kind of have been feeling like, and like groggy, and like, but overall, the nausea hasn't been as bad as it usually is. The cramps haven't been as bad, because when I tell you, the cramps would be so bad before it even started. That's what really, like, before it even started. So yeah, that's that. We'll see over time, these next couple months, how it reacts and how it responds or whatever. Hopefully it'll make it better. I'm praying. Only thing I'm a little annoyed about is relying on a pill to make. I hate that. I hate it so much. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm trying to like tell myself that it's fine and it's normal. It's not normal, but like, I'm not the only one, because obviously 200 million other people out here. 200 million, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to make this video because at first, well, let's talk about the fact that I didn't want to say anything, and I went 2 years without saying anything to anybody, which is not, actually, it's almost been like 2.5 years. Yeah, like 2.5, 3 years without saying anything, which isn't that great, I guess. But like, I just like to suck stuff up, especially when it comes to pain, like, unless, you know, it's something major. But I'm not gonna say I was embarrassed to say something, but I still just didn't want to make it a thing, so I didn't say anything about it, which I think it is important to say something now that I know, 1, 2, how common it is, extremely common it is. And it's important for everybody to know, and women to know, that it's not normal to have painful periods. Because I kind of thought it was normal, but at the same time I didn't. I just thought, you know, everybody be having painful periods, so like everybody would be in pain when they're on a period, so you know, whatever. But yeah, it's not it's not normal. And if you are having painful periods, that you should say something about it, because it's, again, not normal and it's not comfortable and you shouldn't have to deal with it. But yeah, so that's that. Also, as far as infertility, I ain't trying to have no kids no time soon. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm not worried about that right now, because I don't want kids right now. No, dear, please, sweet, no. We can dodge that bullet. But anywho, I've done some like research and stuff, and I'm pretty sure women who have been diagnosed with it, they are still able to have kids, and they're still not affected by the infertility aspect of it, I guess you can say. Some are, some aren't. It just depends on you, because everybody's bodies are different. I mean, just look at Tia as an example. She has 2 kids. 1, 2. I think Tia has 2 kids. Yes, Tia has 2 kids. Exactly. She has 2. So, I mean, she's just an example that people still do have. And I bet if you do a survey and you ask people around, like, hey, do you have endometriosis? Like, people will be like, yeah, they do. And they have kids. So it's nothing to panic about. But I mean, if you personally are trying to have kids and something's going on, of course you should go to your doctor, get that figured out. But yeah, me personally, we're not dealing with all that right now. We'll deal with that in about 10-15 years or so. Anywho, so yeah, that is my personal journey so far. It's only been not even a month. It's only hasn't even been a month and a half, I guess you can say, of me knowing fully that I could possibly, most likely, 99.9% have it. But yeah, so we gonna see how my body is reacting to this birth control. Like I said, it's a very low hormone one. Not the lowest, but a low hormone one, just because I told her I wasn't messing with that. And I would no. I can be very, very like holistic when it comes to like my body and my skin. And although I'm not like a vegan or anything, I just feel like when it comes to pain and stuff like that, that you should take like the holistic approach. I love me my essential oils. I love all that good stuff. So I was really just like, I don't want to do it at all. But yeah, so like I said, that pretty much wraps it up as far as me. I just want to give a big shout out to my friend who basically spoke out about what she was going through, because right when I was feeling like maybe this is it, I was asking her tons of questions, and she basically helped me like, ding, Erica, maybe this is what's going on. So shout out to her. And that really just goes to say, like, it is okay to talk about. It is not normal, but it is common, and people should be made aware of this, because a lot of people deal with it. And there's other people in the endo community that, you know, is in this with you. But that's all for now. There will be an update later. Don't know when exactly, but there will be an update later. But if you want to hear about the update, what do you have to do? Exactly. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Especially share this video. Share the other videos too, of course, but share this video because it could definitely help somebody out. But till then, I'll see y'all later.